Welcome back to the next edition of the Underdog Jets Podcast on a bit of a somber Monday, but it shouldn't be too somber because what we saw from the Jets, it was all fight and Mike White, and I swear I didn't mean to rhyme that before we started. That's just how beautiful the words are that come out of my mouth. But all fight, Mike White, Wayne, I'll tell you what, I can't remember the last time a quarterback showed this type of moxie. Was he perfect? No. But you saw his teammates, the moxie he showed, the toughness, it was all there.
Yeah, it's amazing. I said I wanted to read the comments before we went on to have an idea what we're going to talk about. So many Zach Wilson truthers in there. These are the same people who were asking for Mike White 2 weeks ago. We'll get into that. But yeah, tough game. Definitely had our opportunities at the end to win. We had a drop pass with Barrios. First and 10, or first and 5 inside the 5. We should have jammed it in, run it down their throats, or tried it, or QB sneak. Tons of questionable calls. But like I said, Mike White did a good job. 57 times throwing is not good if you're going to win a game. But I was saying today, the 3rd and 10, I was listening to the radio. They say Mike White's down, took a big hit. He's done. And then he stays in the game on 4th and 10. He throws a seed to Corey Davis. So he made the plays. And to hear Garrett Wilson come out after the game and just say, I'll go to war with Mike White any day. You didn't hear any of that, as it pertains to Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's the impressive part. I mean, there was never any give up. 23 to not make a mistake, be mistake-free, and come back from a 20-3 deficit against a 9-2 team. It's pretty damn remarkable. The Jets defense wasn't great early in this game. The halftime adjustments really hit home because their game plan was more let the run game happen for Minnesota, give up some inches. We don't want to get burned by Jefferson. And then once they got down 20-3, they had to reverse it. And they second play of the second half, I think they blitzed DJ Reed off the edge. So they did some things there. But Mike White, my God, man, like you said, on 3rd down, gets just hit in the chin, is down. You think he's going to come out. You think, oh my God, again, he's going to leave a game, his second game of the season after playing so well, bounces right back and throws that dime on that dig route. I mean, it looked impressive on the broadcast, but even on the film, there was very little space there, and he threw in tight windows all day.
So people understand, I'm not basing one play on the success of Mike White. I just think they were in the game, and just how the guys rally around him. It's important when you have confidence in your quarterback and you like him. You like him as a pro, and he is accountable and all that stuff. So yeah, Zach Wilson is not done. People are saying if Mike White makes, Mike White led team to the playoffs and gets a win, it's a failed season. I don't see how that could be. I don't know if Zach Wilson can lead him to that and win a Super Bowl, but he's in year 2. No one's saying that he can't come back next year or end of this year better. Just at this point, Mike White is the best option.
The fact that this is even a conversation right now is ludicrous. I mean,
this is stupid.
Folks, did you see with your own 2 eyes? See, the problem with sports these days and social media, we have a lot of box score watchers, highlight watchers. They don't watch the entire game, get the feel. And I'm not saying that's everyone in terms of Zach Wilson truthers, but a lot of them, they watch too much ESPN, like First Take, Skip Bayless, where you have to throw a crazy take out there and stick with it no matter what. No, man, this is a humility game. I was a huge Zach Wilson fan, still am, still think he could have success in this league. But there's no way you take Mike White out. There's no way you point to Mike White and say they need to make a change right now. No freaking way. After what we just saw, it's obvious. And Wayne, you were in a million huddles in your career. The human element, how big is that when you have a quarterback who will go in the trenches with you and you understand that?
Yeah. Well, people say, Zach was 5-2. Defense won those games. I mean, he had some moments, but I just don't know if everybody in that huddle thinks when it comes down to it that they can count on him. And like you said, I'm not saying they don't like him or don't respect him or don't think he's talented or don't think it's not that. It's just right now, like I said, Mike White is it.
Unless his career's not over.
Otherwise, Zach Wilson's not going to play. And I think I'm fine with that, just based on what I saw and what I have seen in the last 2 weeks. I could be wrong. I like Zach Wilson a lot, but I just more comfortable at the end of this game. I know they didn't get it done. I just felt more comfortable having Mike White try to lead the comeback.
Yeah, and listen, folks, Zach Wilson's career is not done. I mean, not by a long shot, but geez, it's the human element of what Mike White has done, especially yesterday, is astronomical. I don't know how else to describe it. Forget the quarterback element where he was throwing balls in tight windows. It was incredibly impressive. Was he perfect? No. Few quarterbacks are, but damn, he did a hell of a job.
A lot of Hawks killing me.
Hawks killing. Oh, you know what? I talked to Hawk. I didn't talk to him. He was commenting on. I was on Jake Asman's show this morning too, and Hawk was there berating everything about Mike White. What's Hawk saying right now?
Yeah, you know what it is. Zach Wilson beat the Bills already, so he should be the quarterback. No, he can't handle that heat. Playing that team and that defense in that environment. So he needs to get that under control. I know he's a big fan of the show. They said, what if, we don't win the next 2 games? It just depends on if Mike White goes in there and completely craps the bed and this and that and he can't handle it. I understand. You got to go. But at this point, he gives him the best chance. Like I said, people think we're hating. We're not. We are Jet fans. We have a defense enough to go deep in the playoffs. And we need a guy who doesn't make mistakes, makes the throws he should, and the tough throws on that 4th and 10. And that's all you can ask for as Jets. We are 7-5. I don't know why people are complaining, but I had some guy ask me last week, do you think we should tank the rest of the season to get a high?
Oh, dear God.
I'm like, how stupid are you? We're 7-5. Be happy. We control our own destiny. If we win, we're not scoreboard watching. We're in the playoffs, so be happy. Just trust the coaches and these guys out there. They're going to get it done.
It's a football team. It's not Madden where you just roll with one quarterback, and turn injuries off. It's a football team with ebbs and flows. It's okay that Mike White's playing, and he's playing well right now, and you're going to roll with him and give him a shot. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, look at this. 5-man rush, good protection. Look at that throw into that window on 4th down after he got knocked in the chin. Yeah, that is as pressure in his face. That's the other thing. Wilson,
look at his left foot. He steps into it.
The technique is pretty excellent, actually.
Yeah, I've seen. Zach Wilson doesn't make that throw in practice.
No, see, Wilson, he's just so fouled up. He's fouled up in the head. He is
funny. I see all the Jets fan giving up on Zach, need to find a new team. Zach will be back and win his job back. You know who it's from? Someone called BYU fan.
Oh, dude.
Appreciate you tuning in. I agree with you. He could be back.
Absolutely.
And if he's ready, I'm ready. To see him. He is, the franchise quarterback. If he can turn around and say Burrow, Jalen and these guys, were looking to be benched too, and they gave him 3 years. Yeah, he deserves it. But look at these throws, man.
Hey, if I'm Saleh, if I'm the Jets, I hope Wilson returns to a form where, oh my God, how do we not play this guy? That means you have a great problem.
Yeah, but these throws are right on the money, man. There's no
it was impressive what he did, and I think folks are discounting it a little too much. Like the tight window throws in the face of pressure, and that's the biggest difference between Wilson and White. Wilson has him in terms of release. Wilson's release is so quick. It's perfect for today's NFL. His off-schedule throwing, his running around, great. But more important than physical traits is what's in between the ears. And Wilson's a smart quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but he's just fouled up. He can't play right now because he's so that messed up. And Wilson is really good between the ears, and he stands in the face of pressure and steps up in the pocket. That's a huge thing.
Is Hawk related to Zach Wilson?
I don't know.
Here's a comment.
Hawk, are you a cousin? What's the deal?
I love it. Zach Wilson made 20 throws like that this season. He didn't make 20 throws like that in training camp.
I think he made more throws like that last year than this year. The Tampa Bay game. There was other games, but this year I think was a different story. Totally.
Yeah. I'm done with his comments. This
Yeah.
is not necessary.
Now, folks, it's a great problem to have. You got Mike White, this guy who came out of nowhere, 5th-round pick, playing outrageously where the locker room loves him. If Zach Wilson comes back and plays that well and figures things out, and I heard Beck, his quarterback coach, personal quarterback coach, visited the facility this past week. So that was the turning point for him last year, too, when the Jets brought Beck on the staff. So interested to see if he could fix him in that regard, but don't fight between Wilson and White. They're both Jets quarterbacks. This is football, man. It's a 53-man team.
Fit BYU fan. Mike White has a higher floor. Zach has a higher ceiling. I mean, you can argue that.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Safe floor.
Yes, that's a rational, fair comment on 100%. And
I like this. Balls be hurting. Holy cow, exclamation! I never catch my favorite player of all time live. Today's my lucky day. I appreciate you being on here. Just wanted to give you a shout out. Let's talk about the defense a little bit. I'm enough with the quarterback talk. What did you think about the defense and how they handled Justin? I'm shocked they gave up 2 rushing touchdowns, but they made the changes and adjustments at halftime, and they came out ready to play.
Their game plan, it was obvious. They were going to let the rushing happen. Not let it happen, but if they were going to give up anything, they were going to give up the rush and have 2 deep safeties most plays. But I was surprised, too, they gave up those touchdowns because you'd think they'd adjust in the red zone, and they really didn't. The penalties killed them in the first half. Those penalties killed them, and it was a really badly officiated game, I thought. It really was. It wasn't the reason why the Jets were losing, but it was a badly officiated game. Jefferson too. I understand the balanced approach. You don't want to have Sauce everywhere with Jefferson, but I think on certain plays you got to match him up. When Jefferson scored that touchdown, it was 3rd down in the red zone, and they didn't have Sauce traveling. I thought that was one of those big nut crunching plays where like, all right, Sauce, get out there on him. Yeah. They didn't do that though.
There was going back and forth DJ Reed with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you saw that too, right?
He said he was all over Justin. And Jefferson, 4 catches, 50 yards. And Jefferson's like, come get me one-on-one and not have safety help. Why would we be stupid not to have safety help?
Yeah, my response would be, all right, let's go one-on-one in 1970s NFL rules, so it's actually fair.
Yeah, and then they had 4 pass interference on Justin Jefferson. But those yards don't catch towards the stats. They got Diggs this week. They still got Tyreek. They got Metcalf coming up, Metcalf. So they're going to have their hands full. But, the D linemen, it's still Quinnen had a great game. They were all over the place. But I said the fact that, we didn't score, defense hasn't go 3 and out. We had another shot. Don't do it. Defense 3 and out. Yeah. They made it a game. And gave the offense chances. Like I said, Barrios had a drop that you don't usually see.
He's killing himself for that right now, I bet.
Yeah, I know, man. It's tough because it's a game winner. And the one that Corey Davis got when he broke away, he kind of just got shoot straight. That could have been it. It could have been a couple things.
Yeah,
but, the defense kept them in it.
They were that close. So, like you're saying, Wayne, there were so many plays where if they just make one play, they probably win the game. If Garrett doesn't step out of bounds on that one play where it goes to a field goal, the whole complexion of the game changes because they finally break through in the red zone. The overshoot Garrett Wilson on the sideline on that 1st or 2nd down, Mike White just overshot him. It was a double move though. So the timing with those two, they're still working things out. So I wouldn't get crazy with that overshoot, but just one play and the momentum, it really did feel like the Jets were going to win that game.
Yeah. Like I said, they, usually in the past, it's like you get your shot and then the other team drives, runs out the clock or kicks a field goal or by 2 scores. They were down by 12? So 2 scores. And they didn't give up. All of a sudden they're in it with a chance to win. As a Jet fan, that's all you can ask for. I know there's no moral victories. You don't make the playoffs on moral victories. But that's a 10-win team. They stuck with them. Let's get into Buffalo. That's a whole different animal. We showed we could beat them. Up there, it's tough to play with the weather and the wind, and the crowd is obnoxious as can be. They play like that. The Bulls running during the kickoff. It's frustrating when they're winning, but the best way to shut them up is to come out early and get a lead.
Yeah, and their atmosphere is tremendous. Like it's like a college atmosphere outside their stadium. It's one of those rare atmospheres. So you're right. It's a huge home field advantage. I don't know how the Jets should play this yet because Buffalo's going to be coming in a little angry based on losing that first one. So, Jets defense has to still be who they are in their DNA, but they got to throw some wrinkles at them, I think, something. And I just don't know what that is yet.
Yeah. And they got this. Josh Allen last time got him to throw two uncharacteristic, picks. Got on him. Bryce Huff hurt him. So maybe he's thinking about that, but definitely, it's been on the billboard since the bulletin board since last time we beat them. But this week was a tough loss. But you beat an AFC East team and you hold a tiebreaker, it almost counts as 2 wins.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. And hey, that's the reason I think Jets fans are so down on this loss, because of Buffalo on the road upcoming. So everyone's thinking, 7-6 automatically. Here we go. Same old Jets. Other shoe's going to drop. Get the hell out of here, man. Anything could happen. Like, they've already beaten Buffalo once. This is a good team that has played with anyone. They just played with a 9-2 team who has the devil on their shoulder. They've gotten every break possible this year, against Buffalo in that game. They get lucky where Josh Allen fumbles in the end zone. So, to play with that team, having a quarterback change, tackles hurt left and right, your best player, AVT, Breece Hall, they're doing a tremendous job. And, I expect nothing different this weekend in terms of being in the game.
Yeah, everybody has injury problems, stuff. But, just our offense line that, 4 tackles, Breece, this Bam Knight kid's doing a good job. I want to give
Bam Knight was tremendous.
Yeah, Bam Knight. I don't know much about him. I didn't really see the preseason, but from what I heard, he had a great preseason.
He was the one guy where I'd hop on shows and someone would ask me, hey, who's an under-the-radar guy who might make the team? And I just kept saying Bam Knight because he hits the hole so damn hard and he runs so hard.
Let me see. Is this the run?
This one is I think it's the Garrett Wilson big play. Yeah, down the middle where he bounces off. I'll try to find the Bam Knight run, but man, if he just doesn't step out here. Look at Mims doing his job downfield. Harrison Smith trying to draw the foul.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was. Yeah, I saw that.
Wow. Bam Knight, though. One last thing, too, about the Vikings game. What did you think about the play? So here's the big – we didn't get to this yet. Here's the big story. LaFleur was taking it on the chin by the fans. You know me. I'm not one to bash the OC because he's always public enemy number one with the fans. Even if he's doing a great job, he's public enemy number one. I thought LaFleur was fine, even in the red zone. I thought he was okay. Maybe a little too cute, but nothing terrible. That last series where they couldn't score, I didn't love it. I wanted to see them throw it on first down because Minnesota really tries to guess run versus pass. They ran it. Bam did a couple great things to not lose yardage, and then they just couldn't get it in. Yeah.
Listening on the radio, it was kind of like, I'm just hoping they just smash it home and, but it's deceiving because they're like, they ran for 130 yards. Yeah, but 50 was on one play. So actually they averaged under 3 yards per, but it was just low percentage throws. I thought they maybe should have tried the tight ends or something quicker.
Yeah.
Maybe a pick play. I mean, everybody else runs those except us. So listen, if we played between the 20s, we are, we win every game.
We dominate them, yeah.
It's the red zone. We get in the red zone. Like I said, you can't blame it all on LaFleur.
No, I don't
have to make the plays.
I don't either. There are people out there who are, killing them, and I don't think that's fair. He's not above criticism, but Minnesota is sneaky. What I noticed about them this week, they set up Ds where you think you could run against them, right, but then they run Phil and guess. Like here, you think you could run against this look right here,
right?
And let's see what happens. It doesn't. Wow, they didn't even do anything extra.
See, run back. You see the top if it's a run play with Garrett and Berrios. It's so easy, not a pick play. We'll call it a rub play.
Yeah.
You could see Garrett right here. If he just makes the guy go over the top,
Yep.
Barros is going to score a touchdown. But you got to be a vet. Like Garrett doesn't know how to do that yet to make that guy bubble, and he'll never get to Barrios. It's just plays like that. You can kind of steal from, especially the Patriots playbook. But just a play like that would be a great 2-point play or a play here where you need a touchdown.
Yeah, and they're still building chemistry with White in there too. Yeah. Don't forget this, folks. And actually, the more I look at this looks like an RPO.
Yeah.
But White's not reading anyone.
No, it's that. This is exactly what I'm saying. This formation, same play, you run a rub, and then things. It's a different game.
Yeah, it's just a straight run, but they do a quick to the flat. Yeah, dude. See, I wanted that, shot to the throat, step on their throat on first down. But now that I'm seeing the film for the first time in this series, I could understand why they ran it there.
Yeah. So, listen, you could question play calling. You can question a lot of things. It's frustrating as a Jet fan, a former player, to have a game like that. You could have won. You're a play away, but you're a play away from other games too. You can look at the Pats game at home. They would have won in 17-3 if it wasn't for roughing the passer.
Yeah,
this play was this. This play was that. It's a game of inches. Like I said, be happy that we're 7-5. I mean, we could be, we could be, 8-3, 9-2. I mean, just based on some of the games, but we also should have lost the Browns game or could have lost the Pittsburgh game. So you win some you shouldn't, and you lose some that you shouldn't.
Absolutely. And they're ahead of schedule, guys. Let's be honest. Yeah. I mean, no one expected them to do this year. That's what's so crazy. This was the second down. I think this is the one where the DBs blitz and Harrison Smith comes. And again, this is a look where you think you could run it again as well. But Harrison Smith gets right in there. And bam, what a job getting to the 1 yard line there.
Yeah, Harrison Smith is top 3 safety in the
game. He's the smartest safety. Like Derwin James is the best, I think, but Harrison Smith is the smartest.
You look at this formation, to go back to that formation, there's so many things, rubs and fades from the inside and different kind of plays they can run from that. And they need to mix it up. But I can't say it's all play calling.
Now, here's the other thing too. How involved was Saleh? Because they ran it the first 2 times and they wanted to make them use their timeouts and not give them enough time on the other end. I don't know. We don't know. That's a question as well.
Yeah. So we got one from Nose Kills. I noticed with Zach as quarterback, I was wishing for trick plays. With Mike, I get frustrated in trickery. Speaks volumes on how Mike can execute the base offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's understandable. It's a good point. You're looking for some kind of deception with Zach, some misdirection, some this or that to make a big play. Where with Mike, you're frustrated with because you're like, just let him throw it. Let him do this. You don't need gadget plays or this and that. And then that speaks to the truth of just the level of, the fans' comfort with Mike White. But trust me, the other offensive players have that same comfort with Mike as the fans and the coaches do.
Yep. And here's that play again, Wayne. I mean, look at this too. Look at the DBs. Usually you should be a little staggered, just a little bit, where you're not at the same level, the same depth.
Yeah, if Corey just releases outside, that guy has to widen and Barros just goes straight out. I mean, it's easy to say now.
I know, but I'll give myself credit. Before the sequence happened, I said, all right, this is what I would do. Pass, a specific pass. I think it was a slot fade or slot corner to Garrett Wilson with some kind of rub on first down. I just wanted them to pass it when Vikes expected run. That's all.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not going to completely blame play calling.
No, me neither.
I'm not going to do that at all. So, I graded the coaches as a B minus. I mean, they could have made the plays. Things could have changed. But the defense made adjustments. 3 and out. They keep giving us the ball in good field position. I actually never really give good grades to special teams, but 5 for 5 by Greg DeLay.
Yeah, how good was he, by the way?
60-yard, field goal Jets record. So I did give them a A. I gave good grades. Obviously, it would have been better with a win. But
What about the
all around,
defense? What do you give the defense?
I gave him a B plus
Okay.
because the first half, if it continued, they're a C minus. But the fact that they came out and gave the Jets the offense every chance, you are going to be in every game if they could play how they played in the second half. They did start slow, and the rushing touchdowns are kind of a little shocking, but they kept us in the game. And if they could play like that, it seems like if they could limit a team to 17, 20 points around that, which is difficult, that we'll always have a chance to hopefully be in it at the end or be leading.
Right. This is what I'm talking about with the guessing run versus pass. Look at where this guy is.
Yeah.
They did not have a bracket situation on those first 2 downs.
Yeah.
But with this one, it's a bracket. And the whole play, the corner to Garrett Wilson gets snuffed out because the position the slot corner takes destroys it.
See, here's the thing. Well, let me see what that safety does. Does he look at the running back for the fake?
Right here?
Right at the receiver.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's not even playing the run.
No, he's bracket all the way. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually if you stick it in that running back's gut
and then slant,
that guy's going to take a step up, but he wasn't playing the run at all.
It's crazy. See, that's them. That's the Vikings. They're sneaky with anticipation, run versus pass. You got to get ahead of them in that way. I think that's their key defensively. And then 4th down, we'll not pull that play up.
You know what? I didn't see it, and people say, "Oh, he threw a pick." Listen, he had to throw it in the end zone. It takes 16 seconds to run a play, get on the ball, and spike it.
Oh yeah, the pick. The pick is not a real pick, folks.
No, he threw it. He had to get in the end zone, and they're like, "Oh, he's triple coverage. Someone else was wide open." Listen, he's trying to make a play. The problem I had is the strength of Minnesota was its safeties. The weakness was the corners. I felt they were attacking the middle of the field too much at points. Harrison Smith, the other safety back there, which is kind of tough. They made the plays in the middle, but it just seemed like outside they had more a chance to make plays against a weaker part of the secondary.
I agree. That is a really good call out because you look at the one-on-one shot they took on the sideline, wide open. Garrett Wilson kills Patrick Peterson. So a little bit more of that would have been great. Here's that. Yeah. Here's the final play, the Berrios. A great route. This route here, this little Texas route, I guess, from a slot, or I don't know what you want, angle route.
Oh, is this the one he dropped?
Yep.
I don't know, man.
A little behind him, and that's what White said too. He was getting on himself in the post game.
Right.
If he doesn't throw it behind him, it's a touchdown.
Mike White said that?
No, but I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike White said that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did
He's
too.
accountable.
Yeah.
Not, hey, I put it there. He's got to catch it. He's accountable, and he's, his own, worst critic.
Yep.
And Barris will say, I should have caught that, 10 out of 10 times.
And let's see the lane. There was a guy in his face, but there's no lane forcing him to throw behind him. He just misfires a little bit.
Listen, I'm not saying I never dropped a pass, but,
he's killing himself.
Make the catch, but it is what it is.
Hey,
the next 50 times they throw it to him, he's going to catch it. It's just unfortunate that he dropped it, and it's unfortunate when he dropped it. Yeah. That's what stands out so much.
Thousands of people are killing Berrios right now, killing him last night. Berrios, he cares, obviously, but it doesn't matter to him because he's killing himself the most.
Yeah, right, I'm sure. And he's got to live with that. That's the thing. You play basketball, baseball, you have a next game the next day or the second night, it's to redeem yourself. When you play in the NFL, you have to see the next 6 days, 7 days, what you did wrong. And they'll play that drop and that interception or that missed tackle all week over every, publication, every social media, every ESPN. So it's tough as an NFL player to see your, mistakes just repeated all week. So he's going to see it. But like I said, he'll catch it the next time.
All right, let's finish up with some super chats here. Thanks for the super chats who sent some in. $5 nose kills. I noticed was Zach at quarterback.
Oh, we went through that one. The
Oh, we went through that one. Wayne already got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat nose kills. Let's grab some more comments. Get your last comments in. I've been neglecting them today. More on the film.
Like I said, no more victories this week. They came close. We could have won.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know how I know we could beat the Bills is because we did it already.
Yep.
And teams go in there. Like I said, sometimes, coming off a tough week, it is better to play on the road and just go out there like road warriors. All the chips stacked against you, a tough crowd, tough environment. I'm curious to see how they come out. I'm curious to see what Mike White does. I'm curious to see what they do against Stephon Diggs and all that stuff.
It'll be a huge test.
Dude, we're playing meaningful football in December. When's the last time we had that? No, November, let alone December. I mean,
a long time. 2015. Yeah, like 2015.
We win. We control our own destiny. We're not scoreboard watching. So to be in that situation right now, especially based after the first game of the year versus Baltimore, you got to be happy. Obviously, it's not great, but it's pretty damn good.
And how good is Garrett Wilson, by the way?
He's good.
Oh my goodness.
He's good. And he's making plays, run after catch. And Mike White, that's his favorite target.
Yeah.
He spreads it around a little bit, but why not go back to that guy?
We watched him in August, remember, breaking down his route running, and we're seeing that in the NFL now. He's just toasting guys one-on-one in route running.
Yeah, I said right then and there, he is my top pick in the draft as a receiver. I didn't think Drake London was the guy. I think everybody sees that. So, yeah, another great find by Joe Douglas. Great 2 drafts. Obviously, the draft of a lifetime with the number 1 running back, the number 1 corner, the number 1 safety. Receiver. Johnson's going to have a great career. Last year, Elijah, the 2 Michael Carters, Vera Tucker. The only question mark is Zach Wilson as a number 2 pick, which is still in doubt. But Joe Douglas and Coach Sal put them in this position, and they should be applauded for that.
100%. Frankie Gomez, I think we have Buffalo's number this year. Not going to lie. Hey, it is possible. Very, very possible. We shall see.
Like I said, it's in their mind that we beat them, which makes them even matter to win this game and mean more to them. But I've seen them win on the road 4 times this year, so nothing to say they can't do it again.
The fight. That's the biggest thing to take away. The fight, the character, the culture, even with starting in that Cleveland game. They got their doors blown off against the Ravens the first week, but starting in Cleveland with Flacco, all that stuff has been there, and that's a really positive thing. Use discount code 80 at jetsxfactor.com, JetX Mobile on the App Store. Like and share this video, folks. We always shoot ourselves in the foot, not doing the promotion thing, but give us a 5-star review over on iTunes, the Underdog Jets Podcast with Wayne Chrebet. And all good things at jetsxfactor.com.
Yeah, like and subscribe, definitely. And we'll continue to do the live shows. We like it, gives us a chance to talk about, what questions you have and like topics you want to talk about. Great comments. Some are kind of silly, who you are. But, thanks again. And we'll see you hopefully after a win next week.
All right, Wayne, we'll see you, Jets fans. Hey, 7-6, still ahead of plan, but we'll see if it's 7-6 or 8-5 by next Monday. Yeah, hopefully.
All right.
Take care, guys.